Hello audience and welcome to the Guild of Adventurers Backstories. My name is Isaac Gutierrez and with me as always is Ellie as Skyla Rae, an Australian Eladrin elf. And I will be her ever so clever DM today in a one-on-one session that I so lovingly call Skylas Trials by Nature. Episode 1. Enjoy. Alright, let's get going. Woohoo!
Here we go.
Alright, so for the audience, hello, my name is Isaac Gutierrez. I am your DM today. As always, I'll be going by Dungeon for Dungeon Master or Dungeon Daddy, depending on who you're asking. And this here will be Ellie, and she will be playing. Why don't you tell us?
Well, I am playing my normal character of Skyla Rae. She is an Eladrin elf ranger, and I guess we're gonna go back and see what her life was like prior to starting main campaign.
Sweet. And so your family has always kind of been like the royal kind of hunters, the royal archers, etc. And your whole backstory, kind of like super simplified, of course, is that your family is Gloomstalkers. They specialize in that one shot, They specialize in not getting caught and taking that one shot. You never really got into it. You were never into waiting hours upon hours to get that one shot. You were never into getting your face disgusting as you were wiping mud to try to blend into the dirt. You were more doggy kisses. You were more helping the horses, stuff like that. You always had more of an affinity towards animals. That sort of beast master type ranger. And your parents always tried to persuade you to go into the final test as a Gloomstalker, and you're maybe waiting to kind of make your decision. Maybe they can convince me. Maybe I should. Maybe blah blah. But today, as you wake up, you get your boots on. You get you grab your bow, and you hop up, do your stretch. And you kind of just take a moment, and you decide, I'm going to be a Beastmaster. You start heading off to do your trial. The trial for your family is that there is a beast nearby. There's always some kind of beast that nature provides when a ranger needs to kind of...
Hang on a second here, Isaac. I am having some headphone issues.
All good. So, audience, how are you doing? Unlike usual, where I have other party members to chit-chat to while we fix issues. It's just me. So, audience, how you doing? Looking fine today.
Okay, here we go.
All good. So you walk out towards your trial, and you're going to probably, I assume, announce to your family today that you're going to be a Beastmaster, that you're going to kind of break from tradition, and you're going to be that wild child. You may do that in whatever way you want. You could be before or after the trial. You can wait till after you found Onyx, or you can announce you're going to go find a beast. Either way, though, whatever subclass or architect or type of ranger you become, your trial will pretty much be the same, as this is you're proving that you can track, hunt, and kill a beast that is, reasonable for your level. On top of that, it shows your proficiency with the land that you're supposed to be good with. And as a ranger, and not just a ranger, but an elf, you're supposed to be somewhat proficient in the woods. So with this all combined, it shows your ability to handle your weapons, it shows your ability to choose tactics, it shows your way to observe and approach a situation. And the entire time, your family, not necessarily your family, specifically your father, your mother, and then the head of the Rangers guild will be watching you and observing your test today. They'll be watching from the eyes of a squirrel, because they're going to be using beast sense. You've seen it before. Mm-hmm. Your dad kind of talked about it a little bit, that they all kind of tap the same squirrel at the same time, so they can all enter it, and so they let the the head ranger take control while your mother and father kind of just watch. But overall, it's just them like kind of watching you and seeing the decisions you make throughout your journey. They're not going to intervene. They're not going to help or give hints.
All right.
Yes. Other than that, would you like to kind of describe your very physical kind of get up with your clothing, your bows, your arrows, your swords, etc.? How you kind of prepare and get ready?
Yeah. We decided to just kind of get up and start getting ready for the day, getting dressed, putting her hair up into her usual kind of tied up. Because normally she tends to like to leave it down, but because she's going out about today, she's gonna put it up into her normal kind of half ponytail, braided version kind of thing. And make sure that she gets, all of her good leather armor on and having her be all ready for the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you're walking down, and so how it is that there's the Elven Kingdom. You got the higher ups, the high priest, the priestess, the prince and princess, etc. And they have various different. Each set of royalty tends to have various different kind of themes they tend to keep. This kingdom is very big fan of like the plants and such. So they don't really care about animals, especially with the druidic stuff. There's definitely not a PETA in this kingdom, if you catch my drift. So hunting and hunters are run rampant for sure. And it's like prize hunting and trophy hunting is a very big thing. And because of this, your family has prospered and became kind of the higher class royal hunters and huntresses. And you become kind of a mix of rangers, kind of Lord of the Rings style rangers, where you're effective in forest and almost like trained bandits, and a mix of hunters and trackers type scenario. You're both some of the best trophy hunters, and you're also some of the best shots of the royal army as well, if that makes sense.
Okay, that does make some sense. So yes.
Yeah. And because of this, you do have a trial when you come of age, as you're, this is maybe, because it's level 2, maybe very young Skyla. You maybe have gone through 1 or 2 little missions with your father and your uncle type thing, where they took you out to like a local, I don't know, kobold infestation that they tend to let kind of happen, because nature is nature, plus it's kind of fun to kill them. So they took you out to kind of weed them out, and as you took your first shots, you realized, man, this is fun. And that's when you started really getting into the more adventuring lifestyle. You started kind of seeking little quests, little things to do with people and for people. And here you are at level 2, about to take your trial, maybe even earlier than most others, as you were so fascinated with this adventuring lifestyle that you started getting stronger and more powerful, while others, maybe like other siblings of yours, or maybe even like other noble children, will go more into politics and up their charisma or their deceit. You have made more of you basically use the noble to make a name for yourself as a hunter kind of thing. And because of this, you're going to be taking it about a year earlier than everyone else would be, which is a very impressive feat. And so, being so young, a lot of people, especially your mother, is very concerned for you. As you start walking down the palisade walls, going towards the floor, you enter the central gate, you leave, and you start heading towards the entrance to the forest, where you see a very big party is kind of set up. Now, not like a party, but like a fiesta party, a party of people. There's your mother, your father, several guards, and the head ranger. He stands there with a bow strapped around his back. You see, it's a very fine, magical bow that breams with magic. It casually just gives off waves of natural energy. And of course, your father and mother both stand very proud nobles, and you see they are too kind of geared up. Even though they will not interfere, it does seem like your mother has convinced your father to maybe prepare to come rescue you if need be. Other than that, what would you like to do? You're currently just kind of approaching the party.
So I guess the moment Skyla just kind of wants to take a moment to gather herself and kind of calm her nerves before she kind of does this, and make sure she's got I do a triple check, make sure she's got everything on her.
Gotcha.
She's got her scimitar, her longbow, her crossbow, all of her arrows.
Do you have anything that's like a keepsake, like a lucky charm or anything like that?
I think she's wearing it. It's going to be her little feather earring cuff that kind of goes down her ear from the point down to the bottom of her lobe there.
Got you. I'm guessing this is like a gift from your mother type thing?
Lucky feather from, mother.
Gotcha. So when you're first learning to hunt, your first kill was maybe a great bird, and your mother took the feathers and picked the biggest, greatest one that she was able to weave, and slowly using various artisanal techniques was able to bend the feather without breaking it, so that it was not as long and rigid and kind of goes along down your shoulder, almost like a wave of hair. And you feel an innate sense, a touch to the birds and the sky with this earring. And you also feel an innate sense of connection with your mother, that she's always there, you know, like an actual helicopter mom. She's always flying about. Sounds
about right.
You give it like one quick tug on your earlobe, check. Ah, yes, that's here. And you look over and you see your mom is noticing. She's approaching you, even in her badass like battle garb with a bandana covering her face, and you know she's got this aura of energy coming off of her, the Gloomstalker aura, where it seems like mist and lack of perception and like reality altering kind of pervades about them. But even through all that like intimidation, you still hear her, Skyla, you're here!
Yes, mother, I've made it.
And all the badass energy kind of leaves as you see your mother's energetic and quite borderline obsessive personality comes out as she's like, oh, good. She's like patting you up, checking you got your bow, checking you got all your equipment, and so, you know, you're going to become a Gloomstalker, right? So she starts, like, trying to pull out, like, some special arrows and stuff for you, and, like, it starts trying to, like fix up your gear and get it all set up.
Mom, I've got everything. Just relax. I've got it all. We'll just kind of see what kind of comes about it today, I guess. I don't know. I've just kind of got the sense that I'm somewhat different from the rest of the family.
Of course. Well, I'm very proud of you, and I can't believe you're doing this at such a young age. But I do believe you're capable, very capable young lady. I should be able to handle this.
Sir, I hope so. You guys raised me well. Daddy didn't raise no fool. Or pansy.
She smiles and kind of flicks a little dirt off your shoulder. Indeed. Alright, well, why don't we get on, and she kind of just gestures, like nods her head over to it, and you see your dad is discussing with the headmaster of the Ranger Guild.
Mom, why is something tell me that they're kind of looking at my tattoo intricate markings kind of weirdly?
Oh, you know, everybody has that thing that makes them sparkle. I'm sure it's just them admiring your sparkle. Sweet.
I just kind of noticed that mine is quite a bit different from everybody else's. Everybody else's is kind of more gears and stuff, and mine is more vines with gears and flower buds.
Well, yes. You see, dear, everybody else has quite of I suppose. She kind of like just stutters about, and she kind of just decides to say it. She's like, well, everyone else is becoming a Gloomstalker. You're more hesitant, and well, Gloomstalkers tend to pick up a certain aesthetic with how they accessorize themselves. You know, not trying to come off too much. You know, more stealthy and less engravings and different pizzazz. And she kind of just does awkward jazz hands. And then, like you can tell she's not trying to call you out for being different. But she's basically saying, because you're not going the familial path, yeah, of course you're different.
Well, I guess we'll see how this goes, Mother. This is quite intriguing. Just kind of weird to have everybody staring at me and noting that even though everybody else is on like black marks, mine are all purple. Granted, the purple matches my hair, but I don't see anybody else in our family that's gotten purple, so I guess
She
just kind of see how it goes.
just lightly strokes your hair. Well, everyone gets their markings, sweeties, chosen for them, and I think your hair is very beautiful, even if it is different. I think, she's like, with her, like, an anxious tick, she starts kind of, like, very lightly, like, stroking your hair a little too fast. And you can tell that she's just a little nervous, like, the more you kind of talk about how, like, you're different and you're about to go do your trial.
Mom, calm down.
Sorry?
You're kind of tugging my hair a little too much there.
Sorry, I'm not trying to make you bald.
I'd rather not be bold.
Of course. So, and then your father speaks up. Oi, Skyla. Hi, hello, sweetie.
Hello, Father. Good morning.
Good morning, sweetheart. Hi, hello there. The headmaster kind of nods his head and very sorry, very quietly and very stoically. I hope you're ready, Skyla. We'll be seeing what you're worth today.
I'm ready as I can be, sir.
Oh, this is my little girl, mate. Gosh, she's gonna be just fine. Your dad just pats you on the back a little too hard.
Dad, he's up a little bit, would ya?
Oh, sorry about
You've got a
that.
giant gear back on me. You're gonna shove it all into my back.
Oh, sorry about that, love. Oh, I'm just so excited for you. You're gonna become whatever you wanna be.
Oh, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. You can tell that, like, it's very much on everyone's mind that, like, it's in the air, the question of, is she gonna become a Gloomstalker? Is she gonna become something else? What does her markings mean? What will she choose? And so, even, like, once again, you can immediately tell that, like, your dad's trying to not let enough silence happen to where he just straight up asks, so what you gonna do?
I guess we'll find out, Dad. I'm not quite sure myself. I guess we'll just kind of find out once I get out there and see where fate takes me.
In that case, love, why don't we get going? And he kind of snaps his fingers, and the headmaster of the guild pulls out a contract for you. Well, love, your first contract here. Your hit for today, to go prove your worth as a ranger, will be a Piriton. If you'd like to,
what?
Oh, well, go ahead if you'd like to look up a Piriton. I actually am just holding in my book. I don't have a picture of it. It's, I'll spell it out in general real quick, or character real quick. It's
P-E-R-I-T-O-N?
like that. P-E-R-Y-T-O-N, yeah. Go to take a look, because it's all in the contract. Don't look at the stats, but definitely look at, like, the picture and kind of like the little description, if the description is there. As you kind of read through the contract, you do see that it says they are normally, like, mountainous hunters, and they're very dangerous. They're basically a rock, but if a rock said, nah, time to grow actual full-on fangs and teeth. And on top of that, their entire breeding system is reliant on the sacrifice of a human heart. The female has to eat a human heart to go into heat. So, like, they're super dangerous and supposed to be killed on the spot. But they saved this one especially for you. And, alright, so you see this one here? Well, they're normally in the mountains, sweetheart. This one is, kind of like just gestures generally towards, like, the northeast. Roughly 2-3 miles that way. Once you hit the forest, kind of past the kingdom, and it's that little rocky area, that little rising that was a little too big, and then turned out to be the earth elemental. Well, it now became a little hilly mountain area, and the natural terrain has kind of taken place there. It's grown in, moved in, and up all that is this periton. And we'd like you to go put it down.
Okay. Alright then.
You're all right.
I'm just kind of reading up on it here.
Absolutely. Yeah, overall, their whole thing is that they have an unnatural hunger, and so they really, really, really love humanoid flesh, like specifically humanoid.
I'm reading that. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge for her, okay? Try to keep alive.
And while everything else has been kind of quick, you know, oh hey, if you do this, I'll give you 20 gold. Do this, I'll give you this item. Do this, I'll give you a few berries or whatever. Do this, I'll let you do this with my horse for a while, or I'll borrow my carriage, whatever. You know, there's like little things a bit. This is your first contract, and as you sign it, you feel this little energy kind of bind between you and the contract, and your father kind of just nods, like a little more solemnly than you expected, and he says, it is decided. This is your contract. Now, if you fail, you have to pay the debt. But if you succeed, you'll become a ranger, a true one, and come back a new woman. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, Skyla, I love you. I know your mother does too. We all believe in you. So no matter what you choose, we'll still be here when you return.
Thank you, Father. We'll see you when I get back, and we'll see what I can do about this periton, I guess.
Yeah, that's my girl. Alright, get in there. And he kind of like lightly pushes you and like kind of trying to be like supportive, like, get in there, tiger.
Oh, okay, Dad. Just kind of starts walking off on her quest here, try to find this big bloody beast.
Alright, as it is like 2-3 miles-ish away, kind of between that, it's a little bit, it's a good 10-15 minute walk. And as you're moving about, you kind of start to ease up a bit. You're hearing nature, you're experiencing life. It's nice. It's beautiful, it's calming, it's serene. And then in the slight distance, you just hear a howl. And you can kind of see in the distance, maybe 100 feet out, dashing between trees, these little gray figures on all fours. You're aware of this. This isn't your first tussle with them. Wolves, a whole pack of them, going back and forth. Looks like they're trying to surround you. It sounds like their howling might be them coordinating the ambush on you. What would you like to do? They're about 100 feet off from you.
First, I'd like to kind of survey the area here, kind of get a perception of what else is around me before I start deciding to pull some sort of an attack. Do I need to roll anything, like a perception check or anything?
No, I'll use your passive. It's pretty good. So you look around and you do see several rabbits are kind of like about this area. You see they're very, very kind of very, very hidden, as you're maybe keeping your eyes upwards towards the tree line and making sure nothing is about to fall on your head. But this entire time, kind of below your feet, these little brown and kind of mossy black rabbits have kind of just been running in between the bushes, and they're actually their population is huge. There's a lot of them. They're quite various, and it does appear that this could be what they're coming in to eat.
I guess I kind of decide to pull my bow and kind of ready myself in case I need to attack, but something also kind of tells me that they aren't necessarily out for me, but I'm also kind of there and they kind of notice me.
Yeah.
I kind of ready myself in case I need to attack.
Absolutely.
And kind of start slowly moving
All right, so
Not like going fast, but move just kind of slowly, almost stealthily, trying not to draw any further attention to myself.
would you like to roll a stealth check specifically, or just more just as like flavor text?
Flavor text.
All right, you're moving kind of along the path, still kind of going tree to tree, trying to not attract attention to yourself. And as you ready your bow, you knock an arrow, and you watch, and they keep coming and coming, a good maybe 20 of them, just coming through this little path. As they all come out and interweaving through the trees, they just grab rabbit here. You even sounds like what sounds like a child's scream, which you're aware of is quite natural, as rabbits have a high-pitched scream as well. So probably a rabbit, and it sounds quite horrific actually, as you hear the various little high-pitched squeals and the running away of rabbits, as you hear these wolves quite carnivorously growl and start biting at the rabbits and just devouring as many as they can. As the entire pack starts going around, and as you're kind of trying to like back around the pack, this little pup starts coming out, an all-black pup. He seems to be different. Well, the rest are gray and maybe have little black tufts on them. This puppy has all black with little gray patches on his like nose and around his little paws, a little bit on his underbush of his tail, and he kind of starts sniffing about, and he starts sniffing about near you, and yeah, let's see, he starts kind of sniffing about near you. What would you like to do?
Let's see. Can I roll an animal handling check to see if I can kind of extend my hand out towards him and make sure I don't get bit?
Do the classic
check
like
his temperament?
Yeah. Like, hey. Pss, 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 pss.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, give me an animal handling check.
Let me roll.
Ooh, the rolling.
I got a 9.
Oof.
5 plus 4.
Oof. All right. So
I changed my dice again.
this pup, as you start kind of approaching him, immediately backs up and starts growling. And at first you're kind of like, oh, cute. He's like trying to be protective. And then the big wolf behind him, as you look up, gray, like this growling, like, maw, is slightly ajar, open, showing bloody teeth as a rabbit hangs half loosely from it. Is it clearly trying to intimidate you?
Oh. I guess this is how it's gonna be. And she slowly starts to back away just a little bit. Kind of trying to use a little bit of her instinct of seeing if she can find a way to, like,
steal the puppy?
convey that
okay.
she's not there to harm them.
Yeah, go ahead, give me another animal handling check.
I changed my dice. Let's see if this one works better.
Alright.
Oh, there we go. 18. That's better.
Yeah, so as you kind of just like start putting everything that makes you look big and scary away. You put your bow away, you put your, any kind of weapons or knives you have on you, you put your arrow in the quiver, you bunch up your cape a little bit, kind of wrap it around your waist, you move a little bit down lower and kind of make yourself look smaller, not as intimidating, and as you kind of get on all fours, almost kind of mimicking them, the wolf kind of just, it's clearly because of the young one barking at you, it's trying to like make sure you don't F with the young one. However,
right.
It does ease this aggression. You can tell that like the ears are no longer directly pinned back as if it's about to pounce. They're like slightly raised as if they're listening. It's not. It's still on guard, but it's ever so slightly like, oh, I see. They're trying to be non-hostile.
Yeah. She just kind of quietly says, "It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not here to attack your pup. I'm here just to try to get by. It's okay."
Let's roll real quick. Okay.
Alright, what am I rolling? Another animal handling?
Actually, I'm rolling something.
Oh, you're enrolling. Okay.
Yeah. And so with like a strike of lightning, before you can react, this nat 20. Oh no. With stealth damage, the wolf pounces and the little puppy bites your shoe.
Ah. Okay.
That is an actual nat 20, so you will take a single point of damage as he pierces your toe.
1 point of damage.
Yeah, as he just pierces your big toe.
Ah. Ouch. Okay. Ow.
How do you react? As he's just kind of lightly, like kind of lightly biting your shoe.
Trying not to like kick him off, but like, oh, this hurts. What do I do here? Maybe pull out like trying to see like if I might have any
like a chew toy.
Like a chew toy or a treat or something that I can toss out of the way.
Like maybe like an arrow or rations or a shovel.
Let's. See if I can toss my rope out to get him to chew on that instead.
All right. Give me animal handling.
Damn it, an 8.
You can have advantage with it.
With advantage?
Absolutely.
14, second one.
All right. He starts kind of lightly playing with it, and now as he starts playing with it, I think jumping up ever so slightly to kind of paw at it, you can tell that it is a he, and as you look up, you see the maybe mother, maybe just a protector, is lightly. I do not. I think the best way to describe it is lightly protective, as they're on all fours gnawing on the rabbit, but they're looking directly at you while they do it, never breaking eye contact. So they're lounging, air quote, well, munching, but they're watching you the entire time while you play with their pup.
Right.
And yeah, this little one is just like batting at it with their way too big paws.
Oh, you like the rope, do ya?
Woo!
Okay. Let's see. What else can I do here?
Kill the puppy? No.
No, we're definitely not gonna kill the puppy. Definitely not.
You have passed your first ranger test.
Definitely not killing the puppy.
Don't kill the helpless child.
Definitely not killing the helpless.
Alright.
I mean, my thing is, you know, I can't word to say. I protect those who cannot protect themselves.
Absolutely. So, if you don't want to kill the puppy, then what would you like to do now that he's playing with your rope end?
I'm trying to figure it out. Like something along the lines of like trying to further ease the protector's mind that I'm not going to harm their pup.
Alright, I'll say as a ranger, you know that the two main ways to get a beast to trust you is either to defend it or to feed it.
Well, I don't really have anything to feed it, but I can definitely try to defend it.
Yeah. I mean, you got some rations. You could give it like some beef jerky. You could go hunt really quick and go grab a rabbit and like try to give it to the puppy. Like there's lots of little different things.
I kind of like that idea of trying to hunt the rabbit. Get a little rabbit instead of using my 1 day's worth of rations I have on me.
Alright, so instead of getting rid of your emergency rations...
Yeah.
I'll say pretty easily with your elven eyes, you're able to look around and you see, as it's been a moment, a lot of the wolves now are munching on their prey. And they've already captured their rabbits, and most of them have run off. But you can see every now and then a few of them are kind of interweaving between the bushes. So would you like to give me an attack roll?
An attack roll, yes.
And you can describe how you kind of approach that, the whole hunting situation.
Trying to find my attack roll here first.
All good.
Oh, there it is. I've got him helping me here. Hang on. Oh, under actions. There we go. All
you got
right,
your on-hand IT guy.
I'm going to, my on-hand IT guy next to me here. So I'm going to pull one of my bows from my longbow, not necessarily my crossbow, and ready it to kind of start slowly moving my way towards the bushes to find a rabbit to hit. Just kind of slowly moving, getting my bow ready, readying my arrow, kind of having it on hand, kind of waiting to find my prey here.
Much like a game of whack-a-mole, you're kind of bouncing between bushes, waiting. Just waiting for that one rabbit to make its move. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Alrighty, let's see. 15 plus 9, 24.
Easy. As a rabbit starts bouncing across this like little pathway, bounding for nearby safety. Just unleash, and without even a moment's hesitation, with such grace, you just let go and right in the head. No pain. It's dead instantly.
Perfect. Skyla kind of just goes, yes, caught it.
Yes.
And picks it up and pulls her arrow from the head. I'm sorry, little fella, but I need you. Picks it up and starts walking back towards the pup and the protector wolf.
The pup has... did you leave the rope there, or did you bring your rope with you?
Yes, I did leave the rope there.
He's gnawing on the rope, Your rope is now 2 25-foot ropes. Actually, no, it's even better. You have one 33-foot rope and one 17-foot rope.
No, that works. One short rope, one long rope. Okay.
Yep, and the protector seems to be halfway through its meal, and it looks up as you reapproach.
So kind of again, just easing my way through, trying to, show I'm not here to cause any harm. Skyla I crouched down a little bit, so I'm kind of walking a little bit and crouched over, still carrying the rabbit in one hand, and my other hand kind of out, in in just a non-threatening manner.
Mm-hmm. As you hold it out, you're very reminiscent of our favorite Australian man. As you start getting closer, alright, as you see, you gotta be very careful with the alpha. And you start kind of presenting the rabbit. And are you presenting it to the alpha, or the protector, or the pup?
The protector.
The protector. So as you present it to them, they kind of sniff it lightly in the air, and they grab it, and then instead of grabbing it hard and aggressive, give me your shit, bitch. They grab it, and like a dog who's gently holding something in their mouth, they just place it into the ground and toss it to the
little pup.
They place it to the ground and you sniff it first. They're and after they turn it around, you see they're sniffing all the crevices, trying to see if you put anything on it, and then they picked it up and tossed it to the pup.
See, I'm no danger. It's okay.
The pup gets up and waddles over and starts gnawing on the rabbit. You may pick up your 2 sets of ropes.
Yep, put them back in my bag.
Alright, and with that, you hear a few little howls as the pack starts kind of getting up and appear to be kind of readying themselves to march off and head off on their way. What would you like to do?
I guess just kind of watch as to see kind of what happens.
Okay. As the protector gets up, he kind of growls like not in an aggressive manner, but in like a telling manner towards the pup, as if like a "come on, let's go." And the pup gets up, still holding the rabbit in its mouth, and as it's so close to the ground, it's dragging the corpse, like half dragging it on the ground, half carrying it. Its head is like cocked to the side as the ground is like dragging the rabbit back, and it drops the rabbit for a second, runs up to you and starts like sniffing you. And after that second of sniffing, runs out, like dashes to the rabbit and to the protector, and they both kind of just fuck off into the woods.
That was a close one. Yeah, says that to herself, and then once they're kind of out of the way, she starts making her way further down the trail.
All right.
Further down, out of the way.
Yeah, and as you continue on, you start keeping track of various different creatures roaming through the woods. You keep track of various different beings and entities. You're trying to keep track so you don't get caught in another like maybe random situation. You're a little bit more serious, and you eventually come up to this wall, this long stony face, and it has various different little like bumps and ridges that you can climb up of, and it's not too bad, but it's going to be a pretty difficult climb. It's going to take you maybe half an hour to get up. It's a good 120 feet up, maybe like a 3-story build. 120 feet up, Jesus. Yeah, maybe like a small 5-story building. It's very tall, so it's gonna take you a little bit to climb up. And as you're like kind of looking up and gazing, there's a very clear like ridge line from the wall, and maybe a good 60 odd feet, where there's just no trees, not lots of foliage, minimal flowers and plant life, and then the forest. You don't know why it does that, but for some reason, ever since the elemental affected this area, there's like a very clear ridge line around the mountain face.
Well, I guess I'd better start climbing.
Alright, go ahead and make...
Trying to do that, yeah. What are we looking at for...
let's see. Unless you have some inventory items to aid you, such as like a climbing kit, you can go ahead and give me a straight athletics check.
Let's see here. We got a shovel, a tinderbox, a torch. My now 2 pieces of rope.
Yep. If you can come up with a solution that's plausible, I'll definitely give it to you. If you have something you can come up with.
I don't think I do, so let's go with just an athletics.
All right. Let's go with athletics.
17.
17 doesn't even matter. Like a monkey, you just start climbing.
All right. Hey, all right. I'm getting this. Sweet. Just kind of keeps moving.
You maybe having watched your father and uncle climb last time, we'll hypothetically say that maybe during your level 1 adventure, air quote, possible future fun thing to do, is that you almost fell, and they kind of constantly tease you about it, and as you're climbing, you remember that like the reason you fell was that you didn't really pay attention to loose stones. And so now you're like keeping an eye. You're like, all right, don't grab loose stones. Be careful. Like every time you grab a surface, you're giving it a quick tug. And with that, you also started to kind of remember how they were kind of swinging, gaining momentum. So using a mix of that, you're going up very proficiently, very quickly. And after just a long time, you're able to get to the top. And as you get to the top, a strong breeze comes by. Whoosh. As the air, you're above the trees now. You can see above the tree line. Birds are lightly flapping about. You can see your kingdom in the distance, a few miles off. And you hear as
oh, that noise.
Behind you, as you turn around, you see flapping downwards into a little a small cave system. Yeah, it's less a cave because like a cave system goes in for like a long time. This is like a little dug in, as if it like dug into the stone a little bit and made a little bit of a wall around its nest. And with this, you see the horns, just the antler-esque horns, with the wings, the tips of the wings, kind of over it as you see it moving about in its nest.
Oh, okay. I see. I found you. She kind of says to herself under her breath in a quieter tone, quieter manner.
Trying to hold back the fact that you just try not to show off the fact with your heavy breathing that you just climbed a sheer fucking cliff.
Yeah.
You're like, whew, okay, calm down. All right. If you like to, you can roll me a stealth check as you start to approach.
Okay. 12 plus 7, 19.
Nice. You're quiet as a mouse. You go back and forth. You're going. You're never in one area. So if it ever peeks its head out, like, you see its dumb, slightly bird, slightly elkish-looking head pop out, and with his tongue slightly hanging out, like scans around the rocky face, and it'll go back to it. You're never in the same area long enough so that it can track your movement or guess. You're always going from one little rocky face to another. And while it's a relatively flat surface, you're able to kind of go from one divot to another. And it's purely the fact that you're being fast and moving that it really just does not get enough chances to spot you. You can tell this is maybe a roughly 300 foot circumference. It's pretty big, but it's not like the biggest little building in the middle of the woods. But this is definitely a pretty decent sized platform you're on. And this bird is so big, its nest itself is taking maybe the inner 90 feet of it. It's a very, very big nest and a very, very big bird. And as you get closer, you finally get to the center, and you feel the now dried. You don't know how it did this, but it's somehow like it looks like as if it built with a clay, like at this little wall around its nest. On the other side of the wall, you hear. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm first gonna survey more of the area to see what I'm gonna have to do to try to take this thing down.
Yeah, I would say there's not really anything on this plateau, as it's not it was not naturally formed. It was, of course, caused by an earth elemental, so there's maybe grass on top, maybe occasionally a tall grass, weeds, etc. that you're like ducking into, moving. Mostly tall boulders, a lot of boulders that are like, that maybe a few years ago when it was formed, was like slammed into the stony surface as an attack when your father led the infantry to go fight it, right? And so, well, now that time has passed and erosion has happened, it doesn't look as much as an impact site as much as just like a rock half buried. But there are various different boulders, kind of big. I would say even maybe the equivalent of like half cover, kind of scattered about the plateau. Other than that, long grass, maybe a few occasional plants, maybe a bush, like a berry bush.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the biggest kind of attraction on top is the periton nest, and inside you can just hear the feet stomping. Dum, 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 dum. It's very loud. It sounds big, as every now and then when it opens its wings, just the pure length of it will like reach it over the edges of the walls, as it makes you a little nervous for a second because you think he's gonna hit you and you just duck right below it.
Ooh, okay. Jeez, this thing is huge. Something tells me this thing's not gonna isn't gonna put up an easy fight either, trying to kill it. Well, she kind of starts assessing her situation more of what's gonna be the best way to try to take this thing down. Definitely not gonna use my crossbow. That's gonna attract attention. It's gonna hit. I wonder if I can maybe stealthily try to shoot it with my longbow, but I don't know if my arrows are going to be strong enough for that.
Try to make sure it's what's it called? Its attention doesn't ever fully focus on you.
Right, exactly.
Oh, well, you would know that that your father would not put you against anything you could not handle. You are
right.
Aware of that.
Right. It's more so just now trying to figure out the best way to do it more stealthily.
Mm-hmm. And like how to do that.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder maybe if I could get a shot from the longbow enough to kind of disable it so that I could maybe run up and strike it with my scimitar and chop it off its head, maybe?
So are you wanting to try to get its attention, have it like fly up and like ducking boulder from boulder, like pop it until it can't fly? All right. Yeah. Okay. How do you want to get this up? Do you like want to like walk away and throw a rock at it, shoot an arrow towards it while it's in its nest? Are you wanting to like make noises, try to hop in its nest to get its attention, hop out? Like, what's your plan here?
So I think kind of be somewhat as stealthily as possible still, to not draw too much attention to myself. I think I want to kind of give it a shot with my longbow, and from kind of a distance, and see if I can maybe distract it to get it to fly up a little bit.
All right, I'll say maybe 90 feet away. Roughly 90 feet away, you perch yourself up on a boulder, and you're able to get a slight decline look down, as it is, or raised look down, as it is on a decline. The boulder does go slightly above the nest, and you're able to see it. I'm going to get half cover, as it does still have a wall covering it, but go in ahead and make an attack roll.
23.
That hits.
4 plus 9, so 23.
Nice. Yeah, that hits 100%. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Just about to ask that too. Alright, so we got piercing damage. 11.
11, okay. The arrow flies through, and as you just take just a brief moment before you released it. Took a deep breath, breathed out, released the arrow. You watch it fly. It goes right above the wall. Just narrowly, that little slit that allows it to go above the wall and still hit it. As it ping right into, right under the antler, into this head. And it has a thick skull. And this thing is not going to just, a single arrow to the head is not going to just kill it. But, especially because of antlers. Those antlers mean that, it normally has a pretty thick skull.
Right.
However, you can tell you do draw blood from it.
Alright. That works.
Then, go ahead and roll me a stealth check as you're going to try to stay hidden.
17.
17. And that passes. As it starts, much like an actual bird in this cage, it hops up on the edge of the wall, perching itself, looking about, flapping its wings. And it looks around and it starts flapping its wings and starts kind of gliding about. Looks like it's looking for whoever shot at it. Go ahead and I'll say that was your surprise round. Go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll start your actual combat.
Alrighty. 7.
Okay. This thing will go first. It's gonna take a perception check to try to look at you, and does not come even close.
Okay.
Yeah, not too close. Okay, then it will be your turn. As it flies by and goes around the general area, it surveys very quickly. It's maybe going a little too quickly to get details, but it definitely seems to be kind of surveying the general landscape around its nest, as it knows an arrow doesn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah. I ready another arrow, another attack.
As your bonus action, so this will mean that you won't be able to... I'll just say because you're using your movement, you can stealth. So if you want, you can use your bonus action to do Hunter's Mark. FYI.
The hunter what? I'm sorry?
So bonus action, you can use your spell slot to do Hunter's Mark. You'll do an extra d6 damage.
Oh, yeah. I've
And
never used that. Let's try that.
That's magical damage as well, I believe.
Sweet. So I roll my 1d6 for that, right?
Go ahead and make your attack roll first. So for your bonus action, you raise your hand and you start chanting a old hunter's melody.
Mm-hmm.
And something that your maybe your mother used to hum as she used to take you on hunting trips. And as you hum it, you see the outline of the creature comes up, as if you're doing cheating in like an FPS. You can see the outline of the creature, and then the mark appears right in the center of it, the hunter's mark, an arrow striking true through the heart. And it follows directly where the beast's heart is. You see like it beats with the beast's heartbeat.
Alright, so then I ready my bow and I shoot, so I got an 18 for hit.
That hits.
And then do a roll for damage.
Yep, and then add an extra d6 to it.
16.
Nice, 16
That's
damage.
the extra d6, so.
Alright. So I'll say you took your initial shot. Then you initially... because they had to hop out of the nest, all you had to do was just slink back over the actual rock. So you start kind of stealthy army crawling to another boulder. And I'll say you quickly pot shot it again. You do your mark, you take your aim, you pot shot it, and then duck back into another boulder. It looks around for you. Like flapping about. It's still in the air, but it's you do seem to have taken a few body shots. It kind of wobbles in the air as if it's getting hard to maintain flight.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check for this next round.
13.
13, a little less, but enough for now. Then on its
Perfect.
turn, it's gonna look for you.
Oh boy.
Alright, so as you try to take your pot shot and duck behind the boulder, it turns around and sees your legs as you just quickly tuck and roll behind. And at first you're like, I think I'm good. And then suddenly a shadow comes above you. It's going to dive down at you.
Oh, okay.
That is... Let me see, your AC is 16.
Yep.
That is a hit. As it dives down, you're going to take a bit of a hit. Its claws come out. It looks like it's trying to use the pure momentum of the dive to slice through you. And so we're going to get... here go my D4. Alright, because it dived on you, it was able to use this dive attack. So it doesn't normally deal this much damage, FYI. This is just because this is its initial like big time attack. And so with that, as it dives through, it catches you off guard. It's like, I think I'm good. The shadow comes down, and with a moment's notice, the pure speed, you don't even notice that it actually hits you. You just look down. Huh? You look down, and all over your chest is various cuts. And your hands, you see a big gash over your wrist. You're going to take 14 points of damage.
Oh my god, just about kill me here. I've got 7 points left. Hit points.
Yes, this is it's I found you, bitch attack.
Damn it.
But with that, I'll let you make another stealth check as it flies up and is incapable of keeping eye contact with you.
Okay. Oh, a natural D20.
Alright, in that
Plus
case,
7, so I got 27.
I won't even have you roll for the next round. These next 2 rounds, you're hidden.
Okay.
Being really fucking scared at the fact that it just gored you pretty much. You run. You just run for a second. You duck maybe even up to the wall of the nest, and then you hop behind another boulder. you move completely. You do not even want to be near that situation. And you are able to do this very well, keeping the outline kind of in your peripheral vision. And with this, you're hidden. It has no idea. As it comes back down looking for you, you see it slams on the ground. You're out looking for you. It's like it clearly has a "it was just right here" kind of moment.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I would like to go for another attack, but this time with my crossbow.
All right, go ahead and give me your attack.
We have a 15 for hit.
That hits.
And damage of 6.
You're adding your hunter's mark too, right?
Oh no. Plus 6 more than that, so 12.
12, there we go. It is a d6. You rolled max? Good for you. Nice. Alright, so... yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say, this thing is... It looks just horrified. As it can't find you, and suddenly an arrow pops up and hits it in the back of the head. You see more blood start spurting out as it looks about, and you see his eyes are wide, fear going amongst it. It looks a little bit like desperation is kicking into it. And then you're hidden for another round automatically. Go ahead. You may take another turn.
Okay. And this time, let's see, am I at a point with that thing where am I still kind of have some range with it, or am I kind of like a short range?
It is on the ground about 30 feet from you.
Okay. Well then I guess I will do another crossbow hit.
Alright. Peeping out of the boulder, you just hold up your crossbow, level it, fire. Go ahead.
Hit 25. 16 plus 9.
Yep, that hits.
5. Do damage. I still have my hunter's mark?
Yep.
No.
It lasts up to an hour. It's concentration.
Okay. Alrighty, well I got a 3 plus 5 and 8 initial plus 6, so 14?
Oh, remember, so it's not plus 6, it's plus a d6. You gotta roll a d6.
D6 plus a d6.
Yeah.
My brain here.
All good.
I tell you. Okay, let me roll for the d6. Do. Hang on. Where did my thing go? Need my spells. D6, 8. Yeah, 8 plus 6, 14.
Damn! Look at you! Calling the shots.
These black and white dice are doing it for me.
They are. You are messing up this Paraton. As you pop it, it stops for a moment. And you think you've killed it. And it just starts, like, flapping. And it like panicking and moving about. It's going to... Oh, yeah, actually, for the end of this last turn, make another stealth check, please.
Another stealth. Got it. Oh, 18 plus 7, 25.
Whew. Alright, let's check its perception bonus. Oh, okay, fuck. That's actually pretty high. It matches yours, so I'm going to say a partial success. It's not going to know where you are, but it's going to get a random attack off on you.
Okay.
Flapping about, its wings and talons go kind of just everywhere it can. It seems to be panicking. And with that, you're too far for the talons, but the wings, yeah, they bop you. You see, they just whoosh, and bop you up into a rock. You're not going to take too much. You're just going to take 3 points damage.
And that leaves me with 4 points left of damage to take.
Yep.
Hit points.
As it, its wings bop you, and you just kind of go into a rock, and you feel the blood kind of pop out of your mouth. You feel a rib break. It hurts to breathe.
Shit. Oh. Okay, well then I guess for my next attack, then I'm going to use my crossbow, because it's going to be the easiest for me to try to do with the frickin' cracked rib.
It will. Go ahead and you're going to load it up real quick, pop a bolt,
Yep.
pull it back, and go and give me an attack roll.
16.
That hits.
And then damage, 11. Let me roll another d6 since I still have that.
How would you like to kill it?
I would love to kill it.
Or how would you like to kill it? Yeah, tell me. Like, you're gonna kill it, so how would you like to kill it?
Well, we got the crossbow, so I already hit it with the crossbow, so then I guess I would like to run up and I would like to try to behead it with my scimitar.
Alright. You bum rush it. Panicked from, like, the broken ribs. You just bum rush it. You hold up and aloft your crossbow. Pop it right in between the eyes. It doesn't pierce the skull, because, again, it's really thick, but you tell it dazes it. And you take that, you hop up with your superior dexterity. You grab it by the antler, and much to Alice in Wonderland, where she just, like, the actual movie, the live-action movie, where she like, goes up and goes, "Off with your head," to the dragon. You just lift up your scimitar and go, and just, with all force, just decapitate it as its head moves back, or its head shakes in your hand for a second as you back away, and the body just left, stumbles to the right, stumbles to the left. It looks like it's trying to figure out what's wrong, but it doesn't have a head to figure out what's wrong. So the body just stumbles back and forth for a bit like a chicken without its head. And after like a minute, it just falls over.
So wait. Yes.
You have killed the Periton single-handedly.
Do I need to bring the head back with me for proof?
That's definitely cool and definitely highly advisable because it's a trophy, but it's definitely not needed, as soon the lack of murders may be able to tell.
Oh, I'll still take the head back as a trophy for Dad.
Alright, also you can go to give me a survival check real quick.
I will check. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 18 plus 4, 22.
You're able to get, like, basically a pelt from this. You're able to, like, pluck the feathers. It's kind of heavy, actually, now your backpack. As as a true ranger, you just used all of the resources. There is maybe not left, only a few unusable bones that are left on the floor.
Alright, well.
Other than that, would you like to loot the nest?
Yep, leave the nest, but sitting there thinking, alright, these feathers will be nice for Mom to help me turn into a little personal trophy, give Dad the head.
Well, actually, I asked you, would you like to loot the nest?
Oh yes, let's loot the nest. If there's any eggs in there, I know those are worth some money.
Yes, as you look in, there are, I shall roll a d4. Oh, you lucky. You are so lucky this session. 4 Periton eggs. Large, semi-beige, semi-white, dotted with brown eggs lay in the Periton's nest. You see 3 of them are broken and cracked, possibly by accident, possibly by predators, but 4 remain, along with a small pile of what looks to be trinkets it has collected. With this is 45 gold.
Nice.
And a feather that's attached to an amulet.
Nice.
It does radiate a magical energy from it.
Okay, so I can add 45 gold into my currency here.
Yeah, and then like other like little knickknacks, like that's where kind of most of the gold is. It's like maybe 20 gold pieces, and then maybe 100 silver, few copper, and then various different rings or shiny things that are worth about the 45.
Okay.
Along with that, you do see this feather that does give off a faint magical aura.
Ooh. I'll pick that up and pocket that.
Yeah, it is the amulet feather, and with it, you do feel a faint breeze kind of come off of it.
Ooh. Well then. Okay. Well, that was an interesting little breeze. Alrighty, well, I guess now that I've looted it, take those eggs and bring them back as well.
Alright, I'm gonna say this token has, I mean, I'll describe it when you look at it, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool little token you just found. But sorry, what were you gonna do?
So I'd pocket all of it and
Right.
ready to head off the nest.
Alright, you start heading on back down. It's much easier going down than up. You kind of just half slide, half not. You are really tired though. Before you start heading back, since you have kind of control over this area temporarily as you just kill the main predator, would you like to take a short rest?
Indeed. I would like to take a short rest.
Alright, as you're level 2, you have, I believe, 2d10 to roll for your hit dice, and any other things you get and regain on a short rest.
Can I do a reset on maximum HP during this rest too?
No, that is only a long rest. Short rest, you just roll your hit dice.
It's asking me if I can, but we'll do our.
Got you.
Okay, short rest taken. My little notification that popped up on me just vanished. Okay, well there's my short rest.
Sweet. Let's see, you had 2. It's 2d10. How's your health looking? I assume with 4, you had a possibility to get back to full.
2d10. Where did my dice go? The little dice roller just disappeared on me.
Weird. Here, I'll roll it for you, and you can just put it in as healing.
Yeah, we'll do that. Because all of a sudden my little red dice icon is vanished.
Yeah, that's rude of it.
A little bit.
Okay. You're going to get, because it's plus your constitution too, so it's 16 points of health back.
Heal 16. Hey, that brings me back to 20 out of 22.
Nice, nice. It's pretty much all the damage that it did when it did its initial dive.
Yep. Alrighty. So just, I guess, let's say, is it more so, how much time has elapsed in
Like
total?
10, maybe 10 minutes?
Maybe 10 minutes? I mean, total from when I've left to now.
Oh, till you left to now. Close to an hour now.
Okay, hour and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's still light out, it's still morning, so we're good. I can just kind of take a quick breather and...
Yeah. In fact, I would even say you could maybe take a little bit more than 10 minutes if you really wanted to take a moment. Enjoy the wind blowing through your hair. You're able to see above the tree line. You're able to see all the little bits and bobs of the world. And
just kind of take in all the nature around me.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you just see a little bit in the distance. It is. In your head, you hear a very pleasant and it feels nice. Your serotonin gets released as you're able to see all the wonderful beauty that is the nature that you live in. Then, as you kind of repack up your stuff, you pick up your now heavy as hell backpack, you rehoist up your bow, you climb down, or kind of half slide down, and you start making your way back over. Then, maybe 15 odd minutes, about halfway to the way back. In front of you, as you're going down the path again, you see a blink, blink, whoosh. Suddenly, a rapid light blue flash happens, and there's 3 dogs in front of you.
What the hell?
They all look starving and horrid. And it's like blink, 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 blink all around you. There's like 8 of them now. The entire pack.
Uh-oh.
If you enjoyed that episode, then look for more at youtube.com/wolfer28, Spotify at Building a Guild of Adventures, or if you really want to watch us record our stories in person, or maybe our DMs write for our sessions or build maps, join us at Twitch at the Guild of Adventures. Thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.